Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Angela and this is a garden vlog. I like to do these every week to share with you guys what's been going on here in my Zone 6 garden, southwestern Ohio in the US. And if you're ready, even though it's raining, let's jump in. So instead of doing a property walkabout, I thought I would just take you guys over into the veg garden and we can see this rain in action. I've got my umbrella up so I am not getting soaking wet. But yes, this is just what we've been needing. And not just us. I know a lot of you guys out there too. Your areas are hot, ground is parched. I hope that you're getting some rain too. But this is just lovely. And it's that nice kind of soft rain that's not pounding the ground too much, but it'll slowly just kind of saturate. That's the hope, at least. Of course, you know, it depends on how long the rain keeps up. I have gotten a little further on with my cardboarding, just scavenging big pieces of cardboard when and where I can find them. Another thing I've been working on is filling in this long bed here with soil that I'm taking from these grow bags as I harvest the potatoes. So yeah, I can always fill those next year if I want to grow in them. But to me, it's important to go ahead and get this filled as soon as I can so that I can plant there for fall. I'll probably do leafy greens or something like that. My oak leaf hydrangeas are loving the rain too, as are all the weeds. And the compost. I think everybody's loving this rain. It's making everyone out here very happy. So it's not going to be a terribly long video today or this week, just because I don't have a whole lot of new stuff to show you. My new perennials and shrubs that I've got in this little messy bed are doing fine, seems like, at least. Harvested some peppers, a couple small tomatoes. And even my potted plants here, I'm sure are very glad to get this rain. It's much needed. Got a brush pile there that I'm waiting for it to dry out before discarding it. This pile here consists of a lot of this English ivy that we have growing in the front of the house. And when I thin it back, I let it dry out really good before discarding it, just because I don't want it to, you know, propagate itself wherever it ends up and become invasive like it is here. It was here when we moved in, and I do kind of like the look of it, but every couple of years it's a pretty big job to give it a hard pruning back, and I usually do that over a couple of sessions. And I've got some sunflower seedlings there. This is my 4th attempt at growing sunflowers this year. Seems kind of lame that I actually have to say that, primarily because once they've sprouted, something has gotten to them. So I got these started off in my little greenhouse, and then now that they've sprouted, I'm keeping them in their pots for now, and I've moved them over here to the other side of the house where I can keep an eye on them. And I do have a new coneflower to share with you. I got this at Home Depot. I just fell in love with the color of those flowers. I believe this variety is called Cheyenne Spirit. So pretty. And when I could kind of part the stems there and look down at the soil level, there's at least 3 different like groupings of plants in there that I can divide. So I think I'm going to divide those up and kind of spread them out in this bed here. So this poor little bed is slowly filling in. And if I can find a picture of the way this bed looked when we moved in, I'll pop it in here just so you can see the before and after. I think it'll be good for me to see the before and after too, because sometimes it seems like progress is very slow. But when I look back, I see that there has been a lot of progress. So we are actually weaving hubs put in the retaining wall here. And that's not what he does for a living at all. He's in IT. So this was really outside of his comfort zone and his know-how. But, you know, he researched it and gave it a stab and did a stellar job. He really knocked it out of the park and did a great job. And it wraps around and meets with the house over here. So yeah, one day this bed is going to be full and lush of all kinds of primarily native plants. I'm going to take you around to the side over here. The side back corner where I've got some things planted here. And I can't really, I've got my one hand holding the umbrella, so I can't really point out what is what, but I'll try my best. That green plant in the dead center is a pink diamond hydrangea. Then that darker green is a coral bells. I forget the variety. And this little guy here, I think that this is a tiarella, but I'm going to look it up and I'll put it on the screen if that's not right. It's one of this massive grouping of plants I've just purchased recently. And because I've planted so much in a period of a week or so, I'm kind of getting all the different shrubs a little bit mixed up. And then in the back, there's another coral bells. And this taller one here in the dead center, the darker green, that I think is not a weed. I think that that is something, but I'm going to have to look that one up too. And if I can find out what it is, I will put it up on screen. And as far as around the edge of this little wall, a couple or 3 years ago, I bought some ajuga plants and put those in, and I'm hoping that those will just kind of spread, and I think that they have, and I might in the fall dig some of those up and kind of spread them around the edge of this little wall here. And the variegated, you can see up against the stone right there. That might be a vinca or some type of vinca vine. I just scavenged it from the other side over there where it's growing profusely and probably could be thinned out a little. And I put a few little sprigs in here just to have something to cascade over the wall a little bit. So that might be all I covered today. Today is Sunday, July 28th, and I don't have a whole lot else to share with you right now. Kind of at the point now where I'm doing a lot of cleanup in the veggie garden and still trying to do this landscaping here and there around the house and the areas, you know, close to the house. I do have something I can share with you here. I found these little solar powered tea lights on Amazon, and they come in these little metal spheres that are about 3 inches in diameter, and they just have hooks. I bought a bunch of these and I placed them all around the property, and they really glow very brightly at night. Like I put some way down there at the other end of the property and I can see them from here at the house. I couldn't believe how brightly they glowed. So some of them, the locations where I've posted them are in pretty significant shade. So we'll see if they get enough sun to, you know, power them with any intensity or length. I might see if I have any pictures from last night. Just put them in last night after letting them get charged up for a day or two out in the sun. And I think that Hub's got some good pictures. So I will pop those pictures in now if that is in fact the case. And otherwise, I will talk to you next week. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great week ahead.